baby.
Lord Brownie!
All right, sir. What's up, Geoff?
So listen, when I come back, I'm gonna rattle off a few more questions. Then I'm gonna go to our on-phone line guest, Ira McKinley. Homeless man from New York put together a movie called The Throwaways. Father was killed by police, and he's like detailing the whole police violence against him, homeless, the disenfranchised, the whole 9 yards. We're gonna speak to him for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, get him out, jump back into the conversation. Oh, one other production note. When we hear music, that just means wrap it up. All right.
So, my guy,
talk
about your show. Ready? Go? Yes? No? Probably?
Lateness.
Hi.
Lateness. What's going on? Sweetness, then there was lateness. Okay,
now,
I'll take that.
Now, Brother Grimes, when we come back, I also want to touch on the militarization of the police force, how a lot of guys from the Army, the Marines, they're being, brought in. They're being recruited. And then I want to talk about...
They must be getting a list from the military.
Exactly. Then I want to talk about police chiefs like Bratton. Remember Bratton?
Yeah, but Bradley's in New York now.
You're right. He wasn't he a part of some paramilitary group, like some private company?
Michael Richardson, right?
Her daddy is on the phone.
I'm going to call him right now, this segment, right?
Yeah. Her pops is on the phone. We got to get to that.
How does that tie into the
What did they do to her?
We got gang on the line.
Just let her.
Gang, what's going on?
Obviously something wrong with her. And y'all just let her go in the damn Malibu Canyon.
Who was this on the phone with her?
So she was last with the.
Then they found her, right, dead. And now the autopsy said, cause of death unknown. Why was she found naked? Clothes just a few feet from her. Fuck did y'all do to her? Then,
The quick fix with
the
crazy
jailer, a woman, a sister.
The flesh was dripping from his bones.
Wow.
Yeah. And covered it up for 2 years.
Where was
until this
that?
guy got fired in Florida. Until this guy got fired, this site worker, it was covered. And he said, "Hey, y'all got to know what's going on in this country." I think the problem. You heard about that? Yes, sir. Yeah. I think the problem is we keep referring to this. The police. The culture, it protects them, and they know that's the problem. 99% of it never comes to the surface. It's not the only rarely.
Look at this. Look at this.
Y'all don't know what's
Look at this. This is crazy. Watch this.
I can shoot you if you have a
No, sir.
You're not going to give me your ID.
Unless you are issuing me a summons as 17A, 15A
I need to make sure
requires, then...
You let me speak with you?
Yep.
I need to make sure you're not a felon. There it is.
Do you suspect me of being a felon?
I don't know you.
Okay, if you don't suspect me of being a felon, then I would like my gun back and I would like to proceed on my way.
I would like my gun back.
Correct, but unless you suspect me of being a felon, there's no reason for you to stop me.
There is reason to stop you.
Unless you suspect me of a crime, as Terry v. Ohio, Delaware v. Prowse,
You don't need to talk
requires
police
you to
that
have
way,
a suspicion
man.
of crime before you detain an individual. Brown v. Texas does not allow you to
power that has the right to
demand their
arrest
ID.
you, try you, and punish you. Right there on the spot. Right there on the spot. And you know what I'm saying? That's the only system.
No, I'm not.
That's what the police said. That's why this is one video. So now, that's why they made
I
it
would
video.
rather not give you anything
There's
because
no
any
video of me washing my ass. Is he walking off? Is he walking off with his
police
piece?
log generated for every call.
He's going to give him his gun back.
Yep. And unless you have a reasonable suspicion that I'm committing a crime, you can't detain me. I have to be
Motherfucker gave him his gun back.
consensual encounter.
I ain't never heard of no such thing, man.
Yes.
He getting treated like an American citizen.
Cause for concern.
Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Sure.
Well,
Do you
everybody
suspect
on
me
the
of
exercise their right to
committing a
carry
crime?
a
Yes
gun.
or no?
And stop everybody. Man,
Suspenders.
you can't get me
Put your hands up.
Don't advocate no black man.
Yeah, it's a buckle for this.
Oh, did you hear that? You said he got on suspenders.
This is common practice.
That's what them white boys do. Suspender wearing
It's illegal practice.
It's not
That wasn't baby team movie.
carrying a gun.
Yep. Is that the only reason why you stopped me?
Yes.
That I'm carrying a gun.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I want you to refer you to DeBeery v. U.S. DeBeery v. DeBeery v. U.S.
They don't know what
says
you're talking
that
about.
a firearm or illegally carried cannot be the only cause for reasonable suspicion for a stop. Am I free to go? Okay, can I have my gun back?
Oh, Lord.
I am Sheriff
Ambulances
Johnson. Now
are
you're watching
delayed.
T Radio.
They want that death. They want that
TV.
death. They want you to. They leave young brothers on the street for hours
Much
to bleed out.
easier.
To bleed out. You follow me? They do not give you immediate medical treatment. My son died that way. So I'm sitting here feeling y'all, and I just decided to leave it alone. But they didn't get to him for 10 minutes. When they got there, the police wouldn't let the paramedics get to him because he was gang looking. He had Tupac Thug Life tattoo, and he hated gang, but he had too many tattoos, so they didn't want the paramedics to get to him. He's laying on the street from a heart attack over there by my place. On 54? On 54. So he died over there because they wouldn't let them. I don't know if he would have died anyway, but I do know that the people around there said the cops held the paramedics back because he had too many tattoos on him. So they let him flounder around on the street for a while until the cop felt it was safe enough for them to approach him. He had $1,000 in his pocket, and he had a heart attack. They had taken a walk around the block because he felt some stress, I guess. And so he was on life support for a week.
How long ago was this?
But this is in 2001. But that's how he came, you know, that's how it came back. Wow. And I started talking to people and interviewing people, and several people said, no, the cops wouldn't let the paramedics get to him. So I know the different approach to minorities. I'm sorry.
So, Brother Grimes, I want you to speak to that after his rant. Whatever you want to cover, the tasing, executions, that story, we're going to get out your way.
It's not us. It's not for us.
Right.
Occasionally we may get some representation.
Right.
But it's
that's why I want you to go in. We're going to move out the way. Okay. And let you do that.
As it was described to you,
we're coming back.
Terrell situation.
Yeah.
Is there anything that he can do to it's nothing. Nothing.
No. Because when I come back, I got questions for that, Bobby. And that is, how do we raise our boys to interface with the police?
That was what I was. The people are going to have to do something. Thank you. That's what's going to. The people are going to have to do something. You know. Yeah. That's what's got to come out of this. Man. You know, just like the jury responded in Florida last week against the tobacco industry. Finally, $23.6 billion for a dude dying from lung cancer, because the jury was tired of these motherfuckers coming into court lying about the poisoning and the addiction of cigarettes. Obviously. And so they hit them. $23.6 billion.
Geoff?
That's my 14-year-old sitting back there with the hat on.
Hey, beautiful. I got
okay? You. So we all got this kids.
We all got it.
We all got it. We all know it.
And this is
what pisses me off. Kiss no motherfuckers ass.
No. And this is what pisses. This is what pisses.
That's what they want, though.
I won't teach you.
They want obedience.
I've seen brothers say,
they want
my son, when the police stop, he get out and he bow down and he say, yes, sir, master. I said, I'm not teaching my son that. I will never teach my child that.
That's like these motherfuckers on YouTube that, have you seen this one going around where this grown-ass black man has his young 10, 11-year-old son mock arrested.
The what?
He has like the police come and put handcuffs on his son. Dude, you have fucking failed. What kind of fucking failure am I if I gotta put these animals on my son? This is my son. I can't get my son under control to the point that I gotta pretend to turn him over. Have you seen what these motherfuckers do? And what really pisses me off.
Well, I'm trying to save him, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. No, you just lost him. You just lost him. You just put something in his head that's gonna have this young dude lost. Now, the thing that pisses me off the worst is that in a feudal system, in a tribal system, you are the leader of a tribe. I am the leader of a tribe. Someone in your tribe has killed wrongly, not in a battle, has just flat out killed somebody in my tribe. You will turn that motherfucker over to us, or we just gonna both start shedding blood. That's the way it's supposed to go. But what the police do is they do this thing where we say the police department made an error. And the police department, no. You can't say some of us are good and then hide the bad ones. Most of us are really good cops. Well, then the most of you motherfuckers ought to offer up the rest of these cats. You need to offer them up right now.
go see Planet of the Apes. Man. Go see.
Oh, bro, I probably need.
I love it.
I had with Evan Lionel actually, another friend of mine. We was at a party one night in Nevada. I ain't never needed the police. I grew up in Chicago on the South Side. I can't name one incident where I would need the police. If you break in my house, you need the police. I don't need them. I can't think of one thing they've done well. I can't think of one time. I don't have any good police stories. Not one. Look at these motherfuckers.
What's in that kidney?
Yeah. And the thing is, one-on-one, most of these cats can't fight.
Because we're not looking at the same picture. Rodney King was leaping up and assaulting that baton. Didn't y'all see that?
Yeah.
Bobby, it's not funny. Bobby's trying to kill us with these jokes.
No, that's what they convinced that jury. And they wanted to believe it anyway. They said, look very closely at this tape. Rodney King is assaulting.
I got the Skyper on?
Yeah, that's his
Skyper, and you still have his phone call.
So tell Matthew we're wrapping him. 30 seconds. We're gonna thank him. Final
They didn't
point.
convince the jury of that, Bobby, as much as the DAs did a very poor job, just like in the Trayvon Martin case, just like in the case out in Orange County. If you notice how they do their case, they don't do a very competent case. They don't put the cops on the stand. They don't. In Rodney King's case, the two deputies didn't call Rodney King to testify because they were scared of him. So how you going to present that case without putting the man on the stand? You follow me?
Yeah.
That's how they lost that case. And see, that's one of the reasons. Plus, they weren't prepared. I know for a fact they weren't prepared. And I'd go through that some other time when you got more time.
Yeah.
But they didn't know what they had. They didn't know what their evidence was. They didn't know that there was an interview with Rodney King for 55 minutes by Internal Affairs, 22 hours after he got his ass whooped in the hospital park. The DA didn't know that, and they doing the biggest case of their life in the country at that time. I called them. I said, I read all this discovery, man. There's a tape of Rodney King interview. They said, no, we don't have no tape. I said, I got a 3-page report that says there's a tape. He said, okay, Milton, I'll check. Terry White said, oh, Milton, there is this tape here of Rodney King interview. Well, motherfucker, you just tried the case. Over 50 people got killed, millions of dollars of property loss, and you didn't know you had a tape interview of Rodney King in your file, and you just went to trial? Now, this kind of trial deputies, this is kind of trial work that they would do. This is the kind of shit that they do. In Trayvon Martin case, the boy didn't have to testify because they put his statement in.
Here's my
In the
problem.
case in Orange County, those cops didn't have to take the stand because the DA put their statement. You don't do it like that. You got to make them have to testify.
Here's my issue with
to
all
face
of that.
cross-examination.
Here's my issue with all of that. Where is, other than rioting and tearing up shit that we don't own,
I don't know, but we gotta
where
do
is
something.
black people's
Right.
get a rope? Because if that's what we need. This concept that you left out of tape. What about this fucking tape? What about this dude getting beat like a fucking piñata by the side of the road? Why do I need 500 more pounds of evidence?
Well, I think to answer your question, Geoff, honestly and seriously, we have to take this passion that comes out in moments like this and sustain it to the point where we really just you create a to-do list. Just like you said, you're in that woman's ass from now on out. It just has to be measures like that, sustainable, man, to the point we finally put a dent in this notion that y'all just gonna get away with this shit and ain't gonna be no retribution other than burning your own community to the fucking ground. You know,
I understand the burning part. I don't agree. I understand.
I don't understand why they didn't get it.
we really got to start having more of these kinds of conversations. What do we do
Well,
to change the narrative?
Black
We
people,
got to change the narrative.
As a group, we need to become social and financial terrorists.
Financial first.
Yes,
I'm still in
financial.
that.
There should be a drawing. There should
I'm
be,
still in that.
Yes, you can have that.
With
we
credit.
need to be financial terrorists. There needs to be, you know, like the wheel on the Wheel of Fortune. Wherever it stops, goddammit, if it stops on Target, for 5 years, no black people are going to stop shop at Target. We're going to be just as fucking random.
No. Stop paying state taxes.
Yeah, oh, something.
No, that'll get everybody attention. You stop paying them taxes, they can't lock everybody up, but they gonna say, wait a minute, whoa. You're not paying your taxes? What for? I ain't got no representation.
Right.
The police are not protecting the service. My motherfucking ass. Huh?
So I think we don't see in our revolution back in the 70s.
No, if we don't see it now, we ain't gonna see the future. There ain't gonna be no future.
Here's when there will be a
this
revolution.
Here's the
problem.
Let me finish this statement,
yes, sir.
Geoff. This shit is this serious, man. If we do not radically change our response to threats upon our existence, we out of this motherfucker, man. We out of here,
Absolutely.
Man. We are out. I went to the Central Avenue Jazz Festival Saturday and Sunday. Not one incident. Beautiful music, beautiful comportment of people's behavior. Mm-hmm. You know what they showed? 43rd and Main, where some woman got shot in the mouth. Because they control the narrative. So the perception of us is easily, you niggas don't matter, no way. So if that's the perception, the only thing we control is the narrative. And to even suggest that we're not gonna pay taxes, somebody gonna say, whoa, wait a minute, where y'all going with that shit? What the fuck? It's cheaper than chitlins were in 1932.
That's hilarious.
Look at him reading for his wallet. I'll be right back with the book, man. Yeah. I got it, man. We got to get this on tape. Send this to World Star Hip Hop, man. If you don't buy my book, we're going 12. Man, get them out. Hello?
Blacks are well versed in the art of docility. Until we change that, we are doomed.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh. Fire, man. Fire in the minds of men. We don't make you uncomfortable. The show ain't shit. Wow, guys. I appreciate you, Brother Grimes. Man.
Appreciate you having me on your show, man. Yep.
It's one of them shows, man.
You know, I had marked the page in Malcolm Caldwell book about Avenue New England.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Diablo.
Did they teach you? Did they give you, show you how the Skypers come in, and were you able to see them all on screen?
Yeah, I was saying.
Cool. Glad you were able to learn something.
Yep.
You gotta thank them. He brought you to the Lion's Den, and we was in here acting crazy.